News at 6, Delmarva's news leader.
Crews are out repairing a house today following Friday's tornado on Delmarva. Good evening. Thanks for joining us here for the News at 6. I'm Steve Hammond. That tornado spanned 2 counties from Dorchester in Maryland to Sussex in Delaware. WBOC's Todd Karli was in Chopper 16 today with a look at the damage.
Well, Steve, that confirmed EF1 tornado traveled for about 14 minutes and was on the ground for about 11 miles. Let's give you a look at the route it took. It really went due east from starting in Rosedale, Maryland into Bethel, Delaware. From Chopper 16, we'll show you the damage along the route of the tornado. This appears to be some damage of a barn just east of Rosedale, and in the adjoining field you can see the debris from that barn as well. And then just east of that barn, here is another structure of some sort that was obviously damaged by the tornado, but you see it missed the house there. And what would appear to be the most significant visual damage would be this chicken house. This is just east of Rosedale. You can see about half the roof got knocked off its foundation. The most significant damage from the tornado happened here in the town of Galestown. This is where the National Weather Service thinks the tornado was at its widest. And you can see here, people are working on this house where a tree apparently went through the roof of this home. And just across the pond there, you can see another downed tree that apparently just missed the house adjacent to it. The tornado then crossed the Nanticoke River and into Sussex County, where it ended up here in Bethel, Delaware, where you can see some downed trees along Broad Creek as well. The National Weather Service says this is the point at which the tornado pretty much dissipated. Even though the tornado had dissipated, the straight line winds associated with it did some damage. This is in Laurel. This is a building that had its roof torn off. They have since tarped that building. And to show you the randomness of the damage, just adjacent to this building, that's Johnny Janosic, the big furniture company here in town that apparently suffered no damage. Well, I guess all things considered, you could assess that damage is pretty minimal given that that tornado lasted for about 14 minutes. In Chopper 16, I'm Todd Karli, WBOC, Delmarva's news leader.
Now for more details on that tornado, here's meteorologist John Conway to break it all down for us. John.
Yeah, this tornado, it stretched from about 11.4 miles and had a path length or a width of about 600 yards as it approached the Galestown area. The Weather Service estimated the maximum sustained winds with this tornado about 100 to 110 miles per hour. Unfortunately, there were no reports of injuries or worse here. This was what the velocity product, the radar, looked like as this tornado moved through here. We see the inflow right here and right around the other side right there. And here is the Galestown area. Really caught the brunt of this tornado. The enhanced Fujita scale, this was an EF1 tornado, and we typically look for the kind of damage of stripped roofs, loss of doors, windows, and that was definitely consistent with the kind of damage that Todd was observing from Chopper 16. We do have another storm on the way. It's not going to come with anything like this, though. We'll talk about that in more detail in about 13 minutes.
We will see you then, John. Thank you.